Hey everyone, Anthon-64 here, and today we are back to Crash Nitro Racing. Can you believe that we're actually redoing this? After playing the original game, not the original game, after playing it initially 8 years ago, I think about 9 by now, I used to play this game as one of my first few playthroughs of the game, along with Ape Quest. I redid Ape Quest only a year after, but this game I haven't touched since. There's been Crash Nitro Kart. I did a CTR binge before Nitro Fueled came out. Of course, I did some Nitro Fueled with like online races, and even not too long ago, even had a whole playlist called Nitro's Knowledge where I go through all the courses and try to give some insights on some course details that would be nice to get an advantage in racing. But now, for the sole console games, we're not going to touch the mobile racing games because I don't think I have a method of doing that yet. But yeah, for the console racing games, we're going to go through this. We're going to try to 100% this where we get all the secrets, Die-O-Ramas, missions, tracks, arenas, minigames, power crystals. Yes, you need to get all the power crystals, vehicles, character outfits, and chicken challenges. All that to get 100%. We already unlocked Crash, so we already got something. I'm not gonna mess too much with this, except this, because there's no reason to invert left or right, in my opinion. With that being said, let's get to it.
Top of the morning and the cock-a-doodle-doo sports fans. Chick Gizzard Lips here, welcoming you to the farewell race at Von Clutch's Motor World.
That's right, Chick Baby. On what might be the final day of operation, Von Clutch will surely have to turn out the lights on his lifelong dream.
Von Clutch, the deranged genius cyborg, has fabricated the ultimate auto racing theme park. Indeed, the park's tracks have wreaked terror on its participants. Too gruesome for this reporter to describe over the air.
Well, I ain't got a problem with it. Man, you ever put a big ham in a wood chipper? I know I have. Oh, sorry. But now old Von Clutch's power gems have been stolen. Giving Von Clutch just a few hours to get his power gems back. Oh, it's slam dunk, thank you, punk.
Ebenezer Von Clutch is now risking his park ownership in a high-stakes, no-holds-barred race. Race contestants must survive a gauntlet of each of the park's 5 lands and recover every one of the power gems that have been stolen.
It's only a matter of time before we do away with these meddlesome rodents forever!
Pasadena, Billy? I have only a short time left before I am Kaputski. We must find more racers. Is there no dumb cast among you to accept the challenge of the greatest race of all time?
Well, sports fans, it appears we've found our dunkers.
Okay, newbie. To walk or run, simply move the control stick in the direction you want Crash to move. Go ahead, I won't laugh.
Alright, so first few things. We already know we're gonna be talking about like Nitro Fueled during this whole thing because there's actually a good couple of tracks. Not tracks, but all the karts that are actually in this game that are also Nitro Fueled. I think all of them are in the game by now, but I don't know. I know there's some that are modified, specifically like the Phantom for Nina, but hey, we'll get to that when we get there. And I'm not gonna pay too much attention to the tutorials because like they sound funny. Like listen.
Now hit that A button and let's see you do a single jump. Come on, feel it, baby.
They can be funny, but at the same time, we're just focusing on racing right now. So
Large obstacles
Oh, you can
or
disable. I keep forgetting you can
distances
just
require
flat
you to
disable
do
it.
your first double jump to overcome them. How exciting! Press the A button and then press it while still in the air to perform a double jump.
Now this, thanks to Wumpa Whip, now we're gonna be going through something we will call Wumpa Time to be able to double up our Wumpa coin usage. Spendage, coin, like, I don't know, buyage? No, that's just silly. How much we get in terms of value and stuff like that. But the most important thing out of this, though, is that we'll be using these for like costumes and everything. Wumpa coins as well as power crystals are going to be the main focus of the game. It'll all make sense when we actually get to the racing, but right now we're just going through the tutorial, the platforming section, because there's definitely a lot more of that right now than there are racing. I think it's the same way for the rest of the game, but you know, couldn't hurt to at least look at it a little bit. Seriously, why is there an invisible wall all the way up there just so I can't get those boxes? I always keep missing that. This is like the second time I missed that, counting the previous playthrough. But yeah, as you can probably also tell, this game for the GameCube version, that's the version I'm playing, isn't really looking that bad. But that's mostly because I'm using a texture pack on Dolphin that allows you to be able to like, it makes everything look nicer, cleans things up. And specifically the one I got, which will be in the description below if you want to try this out yourself, has a controller icon where it allows me to show off the Xbox One controls, a controller that I'm using right now too. So on top of all this, on top of making things look nicer, I'm sorry, I'm chewing gum. On top of making things look nicer, having controller icons be specifically made with the controls I have in mind, it just makes things a little smoother. A little smoother both in the visual and gameplay department. Everyone wins.
What is the meaning of this? Have you any idea with whom you are dealing?
The world-renowned evildoer Dr. Neo Periwinkle Cortex. I have all your games. For a moment there, I think all is lost for Von Clutch. But when I see my favorite video heroes, my innards tingle with joy.
Well, tingle all you want. I have an appointment with world domination.
Nein! I need more racers to recover my power gems. Whoever is first to bring all the power gems wins the ownership of my park. And look, even my beloved black power gem is gone.
Perhaps this is the answer to our dilemma. This deranged theme park is fertile ground for us to plant a new seed of evil.
Yes! A new sinister base, all the churros we can eat, and rid ourselves of the bandicoots all at the same time!
Not so fast. I'm Pasadena Opossum. I'm racing for old Von Clutch, and I'm gonna whoop you, that's for sure.
So, if I win, you'll hand over the deed to this amusement enterprise? No questions asked?
Perhaps a riddle or two.
Holy cannoli! What is that thing?
Ah, that's my trolley pack mascot, Willy Wumpa Cheeks.
Okay, Von Clutch, we're in. Where do we start?
Hilly-hidly-ho! To the statue you must go. This way or that. Fall down, you go splat! And everyone thinks you're a schmo.
And no, this time, well actually no, I might skip loading screens. I'm very heavily having to consider if I want to skip loading screens or not. That's just the nature of the immaturity of this game. Slight insanity with a huge bit of immaturity on the side. A nice combination for this era of Crash, or as I like to call, the radical entertainment era. Either way you look at it, I freaking love it. I also won't skip those because they actually can be pretty cool. At least the ones later down the line. This one was just, you know, straight to the point. So welcome to Midway, where we get to see all of the 5 areas that we'll be visiting. Mystery Island, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Astro Island, Toontown, and Happily Ever Faster. I would like to call this a warp room of sorts, because technically this is what the feel is here.
Is this because I'm not popular?
My bad. And I gotta say, it is so freaking nice looking at all this. Now, our first level will be, or first world, will be Mystery Island. So we'll be looking at that first. But before we do that, there's also a couple of things I want to show you. First off, this right here, the warp ticket, I'll call it. Unlock this, and you'll be able to instantly go to any of the races we unlock. But of course, you're still gonna unlock them. Second, the characters.
Oh, Crash, thank goodness you're here! I've been trying to get this car working, but that stupid know-it-all-know-nothing Nina stole my fusion unit. You've got to get it back for me. This car will be the best thing ever! And stuff.
Oh yeah, be ready for now dated references. There's also talking to these characters here.
This family vacation is so bad, I want to sell my children.
Oh. Anyway. Of course we can't go to Tyrannosaurus Rex this way. No, that'd be too easy. You have to go all the way down, right besides, like, Happily Ever Faster, to ride on this roller coaster, just so you can go all the way around, slowly might I add, to Tyrannosaurus Rex. That isn't even the second level we have to go to, so it's not the worst thing, but it's like, come on. Third, we got these babies right here, the Die-O-Ramas. I won't go through all of them like right now, even though I'm in Midway. I just want to give you like a quick demonstration of what we will be entailing here. There's of course these things that will contain the power gems that we'll be collecting. It's just so weird that they decided, you know what, let's swap crystal and gems in terms of importance. Now gems are just completely disposable and you could just use them for like getting upgrades and everything. I can't show off upgrades yet because we don't have anything that will do so. And of course these sections here. Now the worst part about these is that they're not on the map, so you're just gonna have to find these on your own. I love this whole time of Crash, I'm not gonna lie. It was like a fresh sense of like the game, like the game just embracing the insanity factor. Wasn't the craziest. I do think it's a bit dated now considering how they throw in like a couple of modern references and such, but hey. Or at least modern back in its time. Because trust me, it'll make more sense I say this when we get to the actual races, especially in the races. But now, there's a way we can go back. Now don't fall off and die, because you will die. Like, if you fall off, you will die. And no, dying that way adds nothing. So anyway, we're now gonna get into Mystery Island. We're gonna we'll skip this one for now, if I can. Let's see. Just insert the power gem. Open the gates. All right. I said I was gonna skip it, but I can't. All right, here we go.
Nitro and a bottle of Wumpa Whip. Ahoy, mateys! Batten down your hatches and swap my poop deck, says I. Avast there, ye swabs! Salty adventure awaits ye beyond these cursed portals of doom!
Thank you, Mr. Cheeks. Yes, race fans, a bounty of booty awaits you in this our first race challenge. Thrill to the terrors of Tiki Turbo. Endure the perplexing pirates of the carburetor. And defeat the insidious delusions of deep-sea driving. Master these dangerous tracks and find greater challenge in the battle arena, where unhinged lunatics compete for trivial prizes. Isn't this exciting, Stu?
You know I'm excited. Get going, Crash, and show me what you got.
Yep. So, in the next part, once we get to this, yeah, we'll just save it for the next part. In the next part, we'll be exploring Mystery Island. We won't do it thoroughly because I didn't talk to all the characters, and unfortunately, there's some pieces in here that requires you to talk to all the characters. I mean, talk to the respective characters. Sorry, it's been a while since I played this. Forgive me. It's been a while since I played Crash Racing in general. Outside of like saying like Crash, like CTR or Nitro Fueled, because I don't know. It's just been like I've been having a hook with those games and everything, and it's just. Anyway, in the next part, you'll be taking care of Mystery Island on Tiki Turbo. I forgot what he said, the carburetor, and then deep sea driving. We'll probably do the battle arena too if there's enough time, but I think something to give you a tip on for this video. This will maybe be the last time I'm formal about this, because I've been enjoying this game's immaturity factor too much, and I just can't keep holding back. So